Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. Today, I want to talk about the GLOCK killer. You know, everyone's always talking about what gun is going to be the gun that comes out and just knocks GLOCK off its pedestal. Just makes GLOCK not really have any reason to be anymore. We hear it all the time. We've heard it several times over just the last 10 years. This gun's the GLOCK killer. This gun's the GLOCK killer. That gun's the GLOCK killer. Once this gun comes out, nobody will need GLOCKs anymore. But it's never really happened. GLOCK's still there. They're still one of the preeminent polymer guns on the market, if not the preeminent polymer gun on the market. But last night, someone asked me, what do I think about this one specific gun, and do I think it could be finally be the true GLOCK killer? And what they were asking me about is the Taurus G3 and G3C. Now, I'm very familiar with these guns because I have given a lot of them away. They're one of the guns that you can get with your gift certificate, one of the items you can get with your gift certificate if you're a recipient of TYM Triple P. So I am responsible for a lot of people having this gun. And it's an excellent gun. I've shot it myself. Handled a lot of them, of course. They are very nice. But are they the GLOCK killer? Well, I don't think they are. Because here's the thing. There's always going to be a place for GLOCK. GLOCKs are awesome. If you like that thing, they're great. You know, if you like the kind of gun that a GLOCK is, then it's a great gun. And the G3 and the G3C are also great guns. And I would kind of say they're in the same line of guns as the GLOCK. They're kind of between a GLOCK and an M&P as far as features and designs. So, are they as good as a GLOCK though? Well, I'm going to say pretty much. The GLOCK is a little more refined in some ways, but it's been around for a long time. And a lot of the things that are on a GLOCK or the way GLOCK does things is just the way we think it's supposed to be done because that's the way we've seen it done the longest. And guns like the G3 and G3C are done a little different. Does that make them worse? No. And also, they're about half the price of a GLOCK. Does that make them worse? No. Because GLOCKs are overpriced. Most polymer guns are overpriced. You remember, GLOCK himself wanted to sell the guns for way less than what they sell for, but his marketing team said, no, if we price them at what they're worth, people will think they're junk and won't buy them. So we have to price them higher. So GLOCKs are more expensive. You're paying for that name. Now, it is a good gun, but you're paying for more than the material object you're getting. You're also paying for the name and the reputation behind it. With Taurus, you don't really have that big name behind it. Even though Taurus is a huge gun manufacturer. They're one of the biggest in the world. South America, it's like the premier brand. It's just here in North America where we think of them as a subpar brand. But they're really not. They make good guns. Are they high-end? Are they performance center level guns? No. Now they're trying to get into that market now with their new, I believe it's called the Executive Series. But most of their guns are good. Usually have been. Now there are some cheapies that got made, and all manufacturers are, the Sigma, for God's sakes. All manufacturers make some bad guns. Even Beretta has made a few clunkers in the past. And Taurus has done that. But generally their guns are good. And they are about half the price since they don't have that big name and reputation behind them. So are they as good as GLOCK? Could they replace GLOCK? Well, I mean, based just on their quality, they could. Because I think they're every bit as useful and serviceable as a GLOCK. GLOCK just has some other features and options and does things different ways and does them quite well. But Taurus does too. So they could very easily be considered an alternative to the GLOCK, especially if you want a budget alternative to the GLOCK. I think you wouldn't really have any worse of a gun in your holster. But they're not going to replace GLOCK. Because like I said, there's a place for GLOCK pretty much, I think, for the foreseeable future. They don't even have to change. Everyone's talking about, oh, they need to change. No, they're not change. Just stay what they are, do what they do. You know, sometimes old school's best. But if you're looking for something that is a great alternative to a Glock at a far lower price and pretty much, I would say, almost equal quality, if it's below it, it's just a little below it, maybe the G3 or the G3C should be the gun you get. Now, I know a lot of people will say, oh, I don't want to carry a Taurus. But you know what? No one knows you're carrying a Taurus but you. And if you know it's a good gun, then you shouldn't mind carrying a Taurus, and you don't have to worry about what other people think because they're not going to see it. If you're concealed carrying, it's hidden. So the G3 and G3C may not replace the Glock, but in my opinion, they're as good a choice as the Glock, and in some ways, they're a better choice. All right, everybody, that's it for me today. Before I go, I want to reiterate what I said yesterday because apparently people thought I was saying unsubscribe and stop supporting me on Patreon. I don't know if it's my personality that's rubbing people the wrong way. If it is, then fuck you. But in all seriousness, I want to remind people, if you want to support this channel and you watch my videos, please subscribe. Most of the people who watch are not subscribed. Also, please hit the notification button. That way, when we have live chats, you'll be notified because we have live chats every evening at 6 p.m. Pacific time, except for Mondays and Wednesdays when it's at 5 p.m. And sometimes, once every 2 weeks, our Thursday chat is actually a podcast with me, gun websites, and Never Enough Ammo. And I believe that's tonight if you're watching this video on the day it's posted. So subscribe, enable alerts and notifications so that you'll know when the live chats happen. Come on over to the live chats, join in on the conversation, join in on the fun. Also, if you want to support the other things the channel does, the charities the channel runs, like Pets and Vets and the Friend Gun, I couldn't get that out there, and TYM Triple P, or the Friend Drawing. The Friend Drawing is for a gift certificate. TYM Triple P, if you want to support those things, please go over to patreon.com/Yankee Marshall. Sign up. There's a link in the upper corner. You can also go over to subscribestar.com/Yankee Marshall and become a starlet. I have figured out how to use that now, so that works also. There'll be links to all these things in the upper corner of this video. Please support the channel. Please come to our live chats. Join in the conversation. And with all that being said, I am out of here. And I want to remind everyone out there to always carry and stay safe until I see you again.